Hey, we're in Garetta Palmera. Let's check out this town. Come on. Hello everyone. In this video we went north to Garetta Palmera, and it's a small town right on the coast just south of the Guatemalan border actually. And so it was a little bit of a drive up there. It's like 2 hours I think to get there, and the town itself was small. I mean, you could go from one end to the other in 15 minutes, I think, something like that. Yeah, they had a few restaurants, some tiendas, different things like that. There was a lot of people there. It was a very busy little town, especially in the morning when I went out. And I did get to take a Tuk Tuk ride with Edwin. Now, Edwin's been on the job there for 15 years driving the Tuk Tuk around the city, and he did a great job. I didn't fall out while I was filming or anything like that, so I really appreciate that. And let's see, we toured the city. I talked to him for a little bit, and then also I walked through the city and got a look at some of the different things that you see in a typical El Salvadorian town. Now, one thing in there that I always thought was interesting, I always wanted to point out to my grandkids, was the stake bed type trucks. They're flatbed trucks, and they have rails up on the side. And down here in El Salvador, that's what they use for transportation besides the buses. And there'll be people just standing in there, standing room only on some of them. I mean, it is tight. And, you know, back in the States, sometimes I don't think we appreciate the convenience that we have as far as transportation, taxis, Ubers, all that other stuff. Now, they do have some Ubers down here and taxis down here. They had the Tuk Tuks like what we rode in. But, I mean, you know, some of these kids just don't know. And that's why I try to shoot the videos to include it, so they can see how it is in other places and all. I stayed at a motel called the Motel Las Palmeras, and this was sort of a see the pants kind of adventure, you know, to go up there. I didn't really pre-plan a lot. I knew pretty much where I wanted to go and what I wanted to see, but I didn't set up like, you know, hotel room or an Airbnb or anything normally like I would do. So I find this motel, and you go down into a lower area, and you go down into a lower area, and I found the guy that runs it, and like I said, $20 a night. Had air conditioning, a bed, cold shower, no Wi-Fi. And because it was down in this area, you know, I didn't even really have a cell signal for my AT&T phone or for my Samsung phone from El Salvador. So there was really no signal, and so I couldn't do the hotspot thing. So that meant really the Netflix was like buffering forever. So that wasn't going to happen. And anyway, we walked down this road here. This is a road on the backside between all the homes that, you know, like I live in, and our clubhouse and the beach. And there's also lots of other restaurants and stuff down that way and this other way. I did bring my umbrella because you can hear the thunder is hitting. And the other night, I mean, when it rains, it pours. It pours down here in El Salvador. So anyway, I couldn't get a signal. Cold showers anymore. I mean, that's just part of the deal. I'm sort of used to it. I mean, I've got a hot shower there at the house. I love it. But sometimes on the road, you just get what you get. And this time, I got, I guess, a good night's sleep. I was starting to worry though, because when I got checked in and everything, I was setting up the room, you know, getting all my stuff out of the Jeep. There's like these 4 or 5 El Salvadorian young men getting the room, I think pretty well next to mine. They're carrying bags of ice, and I'm thinking, oh crap. It's gonna be party central down here at Motel Palmeras tonight. But it never happened. They didn't do, I mean, if they did, they were very quiet. So I was just, I was proud of that. That was nice. Got a good night's sleep. And then the next morning is when I did the walk around the town and did the Tuk Tuk ride. And then also I filmed on the way back home. Now, they've got, where I'm at now, it's mostly big hills, mountains, there's volcanoes. I mean, you know, all that, the normal stuff for El Salvador. Well, anyway, when you get up to a certain point as you're going north, you see a lot more flatlands or farmlands, and they're using them for farmlands. They've got rows of corn, and I'm not sure what all else planted out there. But anyway, it was pretty cool to see, and I liked that. That reminded me a little bit more of a home kind of thing and all. And anyway, I did like that. And then, you know, I went through the those tunnels, the 5 tunnels, the 5 magic tunnels. And there is a video on that I did, oh, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Yeah, it's starting to try to sprinkle. So anyway, yeah, I did a did video on the drive home, and I was sort of put on fast forward there, because I mean, it's just driving. I mean, you can always stop it and check something out if you see something interesting that you're curious about. And inside the tunnels are sort of neat, because some of them are like finished and some of them are rough cut, so you've got that to look at and all. And actually the day before I left, I went to the beach, and it's a beautiful beach. And I've got a lot of video of one of the hotel restaurants down there. And I did a day pass and just stayed down there. And and stayed down there. And then also I had the drone. So I flew the drone over the beach and way down and out and just everywhere and up. So I got a lot of practice in on the drone that day. And I think the video is going to turn out pretty cool. That video will be up after this one, the next Sunday. That whenever this comes out, the next Sunday, the video for the beach stuff will come out. So hopefully it'll be pretty neat, and you'll get to enjoy it. Well, that sort of wraps it up for this video. I'll have an update on some stuff that it's been happening to me here recently. Had some medical stuff done, the residency update, just different things like that. Sort of let you know where I'm at as far as things go, and a little bit about the medical service that I received, and anyway, just different things like that. But I'm okay, and just enjoying my day. And there's one of my buddies right there. Say hello, Edwin. Get around here.
What's happening?
There he is, the man and the myth, the legend, Edwin. He's my buddy down here. He has helped hook me up on the home I'm living in now. He's hooked up a bunch of my friends too. So it's pretty cool. So I guess really until next time, it's hasta luego. And I'll see you later. All right, bye.
I'm a traveling spirit, I've seen many shores, from the West Pacific to the island of Kenya. They treat me like a son.